Okay, welcome to the ASICS Gel Res X review here with All Things Tennis. And Sean Hodkin, shout out to your channel.
Yeah, definitely.
What is it?
Sean plays tennis.
There you go. So the Gel Res X, let me take you through why for me, I'm going to put our name on the line. This is the best shoe you can buy if you want durability, stability and comfort. If they're your three most important things in a shoe, the Gel Res X is the best, okay? The way it achieves that is Dynawall in terms of stability. So ASICS are really good at like segmenting what each player does really well. So the Gel Res is all about that baseliner that covers the court and wants stability. You know, that can handle like sliding on hard courts, all of that sort of stuff, and wants rock solid stability. The Solution Speed, which is probably your favourite, is the lightest in the shoe range. It's super quick, responsive, agile shoe. But this is more about the durability aspect, but also stability and comfort. For me, the Gel Res is more comfortable in terms of that stability. Solution Speed isn't going to give you the durability of this either, but it's a quicker, lighter feeling shoe. And the Court FF is for that best of both. So it's got the stability of a Gel Res and it's also much lighter than it. So let me talk you through the main things about the shoe. Obviously I talked about the Dynawall, which is designed to keep you stable in that lateral movement in tennis. You think about when you're picking up a running shoe compared to a tennis shoe. Tennis shoes are never as comfortable as like your running shoe, but they're designed with tennis in mind, with that kind of putting the pressure on yourself, going out for a wide ball, sliding if you can slide, and also that rock solid stability and durability. They've also made this really, really comfy. So for me, the big update on this one, this isn't kind of a new colorway from the Gel Res 9 to the X. It is a completely different shoe. They've achieved this with FF Blast Plus in the frame as well, which is really, really comfortable. So when you first put on that pair of shoes, you don't want that sort of break-in period where you're trying to wrestle with the shoe to feel more comfortable as a player, right? You want to be able to step in and you might be out on court for 3 hours, 4 hours, and it's going to provide that comfort right through the match. In terms of stability as well, we talked about Dynawall. You've got this amazing lacing system here called Dynawrap, and what that does is it holds your foot in place. So whereas Court FF has a sock liner, this doesn't have the same sock liner, but it's designed to keep you really stable with this strap here that you can see. Keeps your feet in place. It's confidence. I guess I've never slid, as you might be able to tell. For yourself.
Surprises me.
Yeah. I'm not a graceful mover, right? It's not designed for me. These are designed for the best of the best. When we give shoes to pros, we know this is going to last twice as long, 3 times, 4 times as long as other top-end shoes. The durability is off the charts. So it's not a kind of false economy in the sense if you buy a cheaper shoe, you're going to rip through them, where these are designed, you know, even the P-guard here in the shoe designed for it. They know what you're going to do. You know, dragging your toe on your serve, sliding out wide, putting pressure on the shoe. Obviously, we're going to give these to you for an extensive playtest review.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm here with the Gel Resolution 10. Enough talking about them. Ross has given us all the, technical stuff. I'm here to give them a proper play test. I'm going to put them through the paces with a good 2-hour session and then give you my honest feedback at the end. Let's see what they got. Normally with tennis shoes, they can take a little while to break in and feel comfortable, but this was not the case with the Gel Resolution X. These were brand new out the box and they were ready to go. I felt like if I needed to play a match in these today, I could. Normally with other shoes, it takes a little while to wear them in and shape them to your feet. But for me, with the Gel Resolution X, ASICS have taken comfort to a whole new level. Judging by how well they've performed in the comfort category, I've got high expectations for the rest of the review. So straight away, I could definitely feel that these were quite a lot heavier than my Solution Speed FFs, which isn't a bad thing. As we know, they're built for different purposes. The Solution Speed, obviously the clue's in the name, they're meant to be a very light and agile shoe. But the major strength for me with the Gel Resolution X was the stability. Even on the Astro, which is pretty impossible to move on, when I was forced out wide, my ankle, my foot just felt so secure with just the right amount of movement to allow for flexibility. I could really see what Ross was saying about these shoes being designed for players who like to play along the baseline, very powerful movers, big steps, you know, those aggressive baseliners who move with a lot of intensity. In terms of weight and stability, they were giving me old school barricade vibes, but with more of a modern tailored twist. So something interesting that you don't get from a lot of shoe reviews is how the shoes affect your body from day to day. So since making this video, I've played for a full week in the ASICS Gel Resolution X, and I've had less pain in my feet. Obviously, I'm training about 3 to 4 hours per day, so there's a lot of strain on my body. So there's less overall aching and pain in my body, and the only thing that I've changed is the shoes, so I have to attribute it to this and the comfort and stability that they offer. Eyes up here. Okay, so we've just finished on court. 2-hour session with the ASICS Gel Resolution 10s. My honest opinion on these shoes, super comfortable, super stable, even on the outdoor Astro where it is near impossible to move and get your footing. So I felt like they were really supportive. You know, I'll be honest, the Solution Speeds FFs feel like a quicker shoe, they feel more maneuverable, but what they lack in comfort and support, the Gel Resolutions make up for. Obviously in the past I've used the ASICS Court FF, the Djokovic shoes. They are pretty much the best of both worlds in terms of, you know, the comfort from these shoes and the stability and the speed and the maneuverability from the Solution Speeds. But I was a big fan of these shoes, especially the addition of this kind of like, I don't know what they call this, I don't know the technical terms. That's Ross's job. I'm just here to play the tennis. But there's these guards on the ankle. I didn't really think they would make a big difference at the start, but when I was moving out wide, it just felt like I had that support and stability. Like I say, especially playing on the Astro in the points, I had a lot of confidence in these shoes. So I think these shoes are going to be perfect for people who demand a little bit more comfort and a little bit more stability. You know, they're looking for a little bit more robustness in the shoe. You know, I definitely get the sense that, you know, look at all this around here. It's like, I don't know if you get a sense of this on the camera, but how built up these kind of like toe guards are. And, you know, it just feels like these aren't going to break down, you know, very quickly. I mean, especially on an Astro court. I've just been playing on Astro, but I mean, I could see these lasting a long time on a hard court too. So somebody who's looking for stability, comfort, but also durability, you know, someone who wants a shoe to last them, you know, a good, you know, 2 to 6 months, I feel like these would really be the shoe for you.
So if you're new to ASICS, okay, for me, they're the best shoes you can buy. You've got 3 main shoes within the top of the range models. Solution Speed is all about quick feeling, agile shoe. It's the lightest in the range. You've got the Gel Res, which I've got here. This is the X, the latest in the range. It's about stability, durability and comfort for that sort of baseline grinder. And then you've got the Court FF, which is the best of both worlds. It's more durable than Solution Speed. Probably about similar to this, the Resolution X, but it's lighter than the Resolution X, so it's a bit more agile. One thing when you're putting on ASICS for the first time, they come up, for me, at least half a size smaller, okay? So if you're a 9, go for a 9.5, etc. Also, ASICS has a way of molding to your feet. So as you're trying these on for the first time, you can undo the laces or make them really loose, wear them around your home, okay? And get them to try and mold to your feet. For me, like when I first tried on a Court FF, I didn't think they fit. But it's one of those where you wear them around and they mold to your feet. Also, if you are a Court FF user, they're really, really hard to get on. Bear in mind, try and get them on, use a shoe horn, etc., and you realize they do fit. The Resolution, if you're a wider foot, does fit the best. So it has a sort of a wider sole than the Solution Speed, which is a bit more narrow. But the best thing to tell you is definitely go half a size up on ASICS. If you're a 9 in a K-Swiss, definitely it's a 9.5, 10 sort of scenario, because K-Swiss are the wider shoes. They probably fit more similar to an Adidas if you used something like that before. So there you have it, the 3 ASICS models and a little bit of a tip in terms of the fit.